Hello everyone.
Or
Fingers crossed that's all coming through fine. Should be. How are we doing? I've got the chat open on my phone to the side. It's sort of the announcement waiting room for the time being. Hey, Darvoy, Big World. Oh yes, Darvoy, the recent winner of the Hidden Cup, GB Hidden Cup. Lottie, how you doing? Phyllis, good to see you. And Walt, of course. Oh god, is that... That's a Rainbow Wazzo.
that's a mic. Yes. Wazzo Rave.
Wow, where did that come from? Andrew247.
I think that's AC stream.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, of course it's AC Stream. Love it. I don't know whether I have a copy of the meme template here, but
Oh,
I should probably nick it. Hey, mail.
one of the best moments of last year.
Yep, yep. Right. Oh yeah, I see you on camera, Mark. We haven't touched the cameras just yet, but I can see you chilling. Oh god.
That's a relief.
Yeah. No worries.
Good evening.
Good evening. But yeah, we'll do the video first when it gets to 8, and then we'll have a bit of a chat after.
Can't wait to see what the video's about.
I know, right? I don't know. Videos about these things, it brings back all the feels.
Oh, no,
I
you're
know.
heading back.
Very cool. Yeah, so what else we got? Vegeta! Howdy. Oh yeah, I should probably post this in the... Team TV Discord. And that is waiting for, yeah. Okay. I think I've got everything prepared. Should be alright.
Eek.
Scarabanga! Howdy, howdy. Good to see you, man. In fact, I haven't heard from Scarabanga in a wee while.
Everyone's just keen.
Yeah, everyone's keen. Don't blame them. It's been a while since we put an update out. When was the last time? It would have been the debrief, right? And that was...
Yeah,
August? September?
yeah, probably a month or so after.
Yeah. We had a wee chat about the event. Where's that from, Mandy?
That might change, Fandry.
Yeah, that might just change.
Rumour has it.
Rumour has it. Yeah. I won't say too much. Where's that? Because I tried removing any reference to it on the website or here. But where is that?
It's in the about Land Madness bit.
Ah, is it?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
What even is that? 8th to 10th of July.
Well, that's last year's.
Is now. Could it still be a weekend? It'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay.
Wow. We've got
Well-
a bot as well.
Wait. Oh. Someone's fast.
Oh, you beat me. I
Sorry.
could do mod duties.
Alright, I've fixed the bio. There we go. Goodness. Okay. 30 seconds. Right. Okay, well, I suppose we've gathered you all here today to give you a bit of an update. As the title suggests, 14. Start the game already. We've got a little bit of a video. So, this is the latest news about Land Madness.
Obviously, this was a bit of a trial run. We didn't know whether we could convince coming on 50 odd Age of Empires fans into one hall. Will we be back next year? Maybe. We'll try to be back if we can. I think we can.
And there we have it. Joey, I know. Joey said in chat the other day, it was like, as long as it's not these dates, I'm so ready for it. And it's like, no, Joey, no. But yeah, so those are our dates. We've got dates booked in with the guys at the Land Project and the Barracks in St. Helens. So it's going to be in the exact same place, almost the same time. It's a week earlier. Yeah. You missed it, Walt. Come on, dude. Like, the whole countdown was for that. 30th of June
We
to
need
the
a
2nd of
command,
July.
don't we?
I think... Did I add a command? I might have added a command for it. Let's just
My
double
guy's
check.
not. Well,
Double check that. But either way, it should have gone live on YouTube at this exact moment as well. In theory. Oh yeah, exclamation mark video. There we go. That should work. Give it a go. When you're not there, it's even funnier, Mel.
It looks horrible, doesn't it? It's terrifying.
It's huge.
It's great. Perfect stream background.
Yeah, we'll have Mike there as a special guest, of course. But yeah, so we figured we wanted to get a date out there as early as possible for you guys, because obviously people have to make plans, and I don't think last year we were particularly planning that many overseas people coming over, so that side of things was a bit of a shock. So wanted to get that out there as soon as possible. I think it was a good month or so. It was probably February going into March time that we released it last year. But for obvious reasons, it was a lot of planning went into it. But this year, a bit more prepared in that sense. So, got the dates prepared. Same location, yep, St. Helens. And like before, we're going to be having very similar setups in many ways. But we want to talk a little bit about some of the ways that it might differ. So, I think I'm just going to share my screen. I've got a little pre-planning document we put together, so I'm going to switch over to that. Bye-bye our faces for a moment. Here we go. Hopefully that is all readable to everyone. Get rid of that as well. So, we thought we'd chat a bit about what went well. We got amazing feedback, actually, from the last time. You guys, I think it's 35, 36 responses to the feedback forms. We got a ton of feedback, and a load of it, in fact all of it, was really good constructive feedback, which is just amazing. And so from that we want to bring across into Land Madness 23, transport assistance. There was a decent amount of people who used transport assistance and found it actually really, really helpful. I do have some stats on that. Let's have a look. The average distance was 122 miles apparently. And we had a Canadian, 3 Americans, Norwegian and a German travel over. And that's with another German and a Colombian dropping out last minute. So it's kind of crazy. But over half of the people that responded were driven by someone else, and we think that's awesome. that people were willing to share cars and help bring each other's kit along. So that's great. One Australian. Did I not put that in there? Oh,
Yeah, it was one Aussie.
one Aussie. My goodness.
Yeah.
That should come at
Happy
the
to do train station runs again from anyone who arrives at the airport.
Or panic airport runs as people don't know if they can get back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
With the classic.
Poor Boo. Yeah.
Oh, we have all the cleanup though. Easy.
Mhm. So yeah, that's definitely something we want to bring back. Transport assistance. I think it's kind of key to getting people, because obviously we know that St Helens isn't the most ideal place for the UK. I think a lot of people are slightly further south, but it is too convenient to to move. So to not move.
Also means you're not travelling several hours on your own, which is not as fun.
Yeah. And fingers crossed all the train strikes will be gone by then.
Oh.
Though knowing this government, who knows?
As if they will.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Second of all, the handbook that we produced. Do I even have the handbook to hand? That is a good question. Because it would be very useful to have that. Yes, it looks like I do. Whoa. So we had this handbook put together for last year with information as you come in through the door. What does it look like? What the access doors are like? What the main venue looks like in terms of where everything is and the rows, so to help you find your way. So we will probably just edit this very slightly. There's not going to be too much changes. We are going to have the parking space, unlike last time, so we can lock your car away for the weekend or whatever in this extra space. Otherwise, it's...
Parking wasn't so bad last
No,
time.
it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, because
those
I
are-
parked outside all weekend, and
Yep.
it was fine.
I think I was in the
Parking's a
pink
benefit.
area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me
Painted
too.
display. I mean, it's very, very cheap. There's
Yeah.
only a few quid for the weekend. PC rental. We should be able to do PC rental, but it depends how many people want it. Because I know we did look into it for last year's event. The supply for that was going to be too expensive given the delivery of it, and the timings didn't work very well for them either. But we can certainly try and do some pre-sign-ups for that kind of thing and see if we've got a critical mass. Because I know it's going to be probably up to 80, 100 quid for rental for the weekend, and that's, I don't know whether that's even including insurance. So it wouldn't be cheap if we were able to do it, just because of the supply we'd need. But yeah, so that's... Can I actually extract this? There we go. Back to this. We're going to do a handbook again. Pub quiz. We saw a brief glimmer of that in the teaser for La Madness 23. But yeah, we all really, really loved AC and Cappy's pub quiz from last year, so we want to do it again. We realised it's... Things like the pub quiz are just great in general for getting people away from their PCs and interacting with each other. And part of that will also be that we'll want to try and get more people playing board games throughout the weekend as well. Just because, again, if you're away from your PC, you're sitting in front of people and chatting. So getting people out of their seats will be a few ideas we will want to come up with that kind of thing. The pub quiz was an amazing one of those, and some really good competition as part of it. Group game, crab game. I found it hilarious.
Oh, that was fun.
How after the event, like there was a bunch of them organised. I didn't actually go to many of them. Did either of you go to the post-LAN crab games?
Well, I played a crab game.
I played post-LAN crab games. It was great.
It was more fun when you've got 40-odd people doing it in the same room.
Yeah, that was quite something. There's another game. I don't know what we can get. There's one called The Ship, which I wanted to play with a bunch of people at some point. But there's a bunch of games that we could have on this sort of slot and have a few times through the weekend, maybe. But we'll have to pick that. Fall Guys again might be another one. But yeah.
All guys is fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, crab game definitely needs to have a comeback. Everyone loved that, it seems. Other things from the feedback form: the pricing seemed very affordable. In fact, a bunch of people pretty much said that they'd be willing to pay more for it. I think I'm not sure we've set in stone pricing for this one. The venue has increased how much they will take from us, just very, very slightly, which is perfectly fair enough given the current situation in the world. They've been very reasonable about it. So we'll have to see. But for now, you can assume it's probably in the same ballpark as last year. And then lastly, the venue itself. People enjoyed having accommodation on the venue, and so we're going to be trying to do that again, exactly the same as it was before. Facilities, kitchen, shower. I think we can do a better job at telling everyone where the showers are, potentially, because I think a few people are like, oh, the showers don't work. We were like, have you tried those showers? No, we did not. So we're going to be a bit better about actually showing people where those are. And, of course, St. Helens, the central St. Helens is actually quite a nice place to be, even if it's quite far north for some people to travel. In that it's
a very authentic British experience.
Oh,
British
yeah.
Experience.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
What is it, 4 p.m. karaoke on a Thursday or whatever it's called?
8 p.m. sharp. The lights went down, the karaoke began, and we promptly exited.
I'm amazed that nobody went across to that, to be honest.
Yeah, we can always go this year.
But yeah, so those are some of the main good things we want to bring across to La Manus 23. So, brought about some discussion points. I think this is probably going to be the main one, yeah. So, tournament prominence. This was, I think, no one really had a bad thing to say, particularly about the tournament, the broadcast around the tournament. People really liked it. There were a few teething issues that we mostly got past, but the feedback we did get was that people really enjoyed just being in the venue, chatting to people they'd played with online, meeting new people from the Age of Empires 2 community, and it felt like the prominence of the tournament and the community aspect of the LAN kind of stepped on each other's toes a little bit. And especially for myself leading up to it, myself and Tom on the day, and several of you guys in the staff as well, like Mel and AC and Cappy and even Craig, taking time out of the main bit just to help out with camera work, hosting, doing the broadcast bits of it. It certainly meant that me and Tom had zero time until Sunday, basically, and by that point we were packing away. So this year we're not going to be doing a live LAN finals. It's basically the gist of it. Instead, we're going to spend whatever time we have to. Oh yeah, Pjoff did some observing.
Pjoff did loads. Yeah.
We love Pjoff. He's a great lad. But yeah, so it'll mean that a lot of the staff will be opened up to be around a lot more. It means that we can probably organise some more fun Age of Empires 2 related things, non-Age of Empires 2 related things. It's not that no more live event. We still might broadcast bits of it, but it'll be nowhere near in the same scale. At least not this year, is what I'll say. In the future, we might revisit the idea of doing a live actual tournament. It was certainly, I mean, you'll probably be able to speak more to this, Boo, but just to have a UK LAN was good in itself, even if it was only happening once. If it never happened again, it's still
a thing. Everyone would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the idea of your childhood dream of being in a massive hall with everyone playing. That was the main thing.
Yeah. It made me so happy, like especially when the sun went down and you could just see everyone's screens and everybody in team games all the time.
You go down a row and they were all playing against each other with each other.
And you could see someone take a mangonel shot on one screen, turn around and watch the reaction on someone else's screen. It was brilliant. Yeah. I love it.
And then the 4 a.m. frontline game, which Walt, if he's still here, greatly enjoyed.
Frontline game? I was trying to find some evening footage. Oh, the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I think I only lasted until about 2 a.m. each night.
I mean, that's fair enough. I think all of us in the staff were kind of pooped the entire weekend.
Yeah, the setup was a killer as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Again, we were up till all hours the night before trying to get this stuff around the back set up, and we just won't have to worry about that this time. We won't need to go up to Dundee before going down south, and it's much easier. So yeah, that's the long and the short of it. We wanted to do, and I explained in this document. This document I'll be making available after the stream. But the long and the short of it is, we loved doing it, and it was amazing to have done it. It was great that TLP could take so much off our shoulders in terms of how the main LAN bit was set up, that I could concentrate on this and we could put a ton of effort into this. And it does a great job of sort of showing what we can do for the future, and just getting the name out there of LAN Madness for the future as well. If you haven't already seen our highlights, you should probably go and see our highlights. They look amazing.
All of it.
Yep.
Watching the highlights video again recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a fab weekend.
We'll put that on the end. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, this time around, not going to be doing the esports side of it, but that means more community stuff, which is probably for the best. Next question was about the time period, 48 hours or 72 hours. And this kind of loops back to the esports thing. I think esports side of it would have been really helpful to have 72 hours. That might have meant a better balance, but it's hard to find weekends that work for that, not least because the LAN projects themselves are now aiming primarily for the 72-hour weekends with bank holidays. So for now we're staying 48 is basically the end bit of that. I don't know what you guys thought of the two options there.
I'd take as long as I can get.
I would say if we could do 72 hours, I would have definitely done it. But I think the format of this year's event will help with keeping it good for 48 hours, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I felt like people had only just started talking to each other quite late on Saturday night.
There was just so many people as
there
well.
There was so many people.
That you
it
hadn't
was
met.
So difficult to go around all the groups. And
that. Yeah, I think I only met like half a dozen to a dozen people in the end, and that was all Sunday morning. Like end of Saturday night and Sunday morning, basically. And one person from the feedback form said should still be going on TBH. So
yeah,
which I can definitely relate.
I want to be sitting in a hall playing Age of Empires with my friends.
Yeah, would be awesome.
Nicholas, I think a lot of people were in that boat, to be honest. Like, I think kind of many, Age of Empires players have that kind of anxiety of being sociable at the start. And hopefully this year, we've all seen each other last year, and it kind of breaks the ice a bit.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So yeah, will we ever do a 72-hour? Possibly. But for now, we're sticking with 48 just because it's simpler. And we want to try it in the new format and see how that goes. Interaction. This was mainly just board game. I think that's mainly board gamey stuff and trying to find other ideas for getting people out of their seats. So we mentioned the pub quiz, beer pong. The LAN project do have a beer pong table, like an official beer pong table.
Beer pong would be great.
So we can do beer pong. Obviously, we're not actual beer in the cups. We use water in the cups, and then people drink separately to stop the ping pong balls getting all nasty. But yeah. So we definitely have
you could have the authentic student experience of this disgusting sticky pinball.
Oh, really? Is that the way?
Did you ever do that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, it's gotta be gross.
Oh God, I'm going to be baptized. All right, fair enough. That's not going to go well. Right, yeah, fair enough. No, I'm down.
It helps with your natural immunity to things, sort of, because that's definitely how that works.
Yeah, exposure to all sorts.
We'd have to be very careful with the cleaning afterwards, but yeah, that's fine. We'll have more time because we won't be on broadcast, so cleaning, yeah. And another couple of things. Too much light in the sleeping rooms in the morning. It gets people out of the sleeping rooms in the morning, which is in some sense a good thing, but we also understand that it's a bit awkward or annoying. I personally brought the eye mask things, and I definitely advise anyone coming along to bring well, at least earplugs, if not eye masks as well. We do have some earplugs. I still have the giant box of earplugs from the last one, so if anyone will need them and forgot theirs, they can be welcome to that. But eye masks are also useful. We will also see whether we can put anything up in the windows, but we haven't done that yet, so we'll see. And the second one, and no, they're not second-hand Fangita. The venue is too loud, and I think we won't have too much of a problem with that. I think this was mostly a comment on whilst the tournament was going on, people in the rows were saying that the speaker or whatever in the room was far too echoey to actually hear anything, and secondly, it was just too loud, trying to make up for the fact that it was far too echoey in there.
Yeah, you're fighting against the acoustics of a high ceiling. I think that's a really good, without insane investment into production. I think that would have been a really difficult one to deal with more than we already were.
So this shouldn't be a problem this year. And yeah, as for the document, that's where it ends. Ask or suggest always. We want ideas for the types of games we can play with each other, and think of it even in terms of how to tie games you play into actually having people in the room. I think that's going to be a major thing for us. We had some ideas for this last year, in terms of like coaching and that side of things, or like co-op where you switch PCs.
Play mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Or you play hot seats, so you've got to keep rotating through who's on the seat.
Yeah.
I can foresee hello.
Hello, AC.
Popping in. I really enjoyed doing the little show match with Boo, Mel, myself, and Squeaker.
Yes, that was great fun, and that was one even in the same room as each other. That was remote.
That'd be good fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Hello, everyone. By the way.
Oh,
hello.
the
Co-op.
military thing.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was that was fun.
That was good fun.
Stuff like that's really good though. We need to think. I think we should really double down on the stuff that can only be done at a LAN and in person in terms of playing the game, because that's what makes it special.
Comboing beer pong with a game of Age, where if you get a cup, you have to delete.
Yeah, you have to something like that. Yeah.
Oh god.
You know, there was that chess boxing thing recently. I don't really know how it works. But...
Oh yeah, with
chess OE as well at some point.
What's his name? Did it the YouTube streamer?
Mm-hmm.
The big guy.
There's lots of them.
Japan was in it.
I know. Yeah, and Levy Rosman did the commentary for it.
I don't really know how it works, but something in person affecting the game could be really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're quite up for age boxing yet.
The
problem is some players, as we've discovered in the GB team that we've got with like Mole and so on, they're all like 6'7". I think at 6'1", I'm the shortest member of our team. So they've got a bit of reach on everyone, but yeah.
There's a Boo. Did you see your photo just then?
Yes.
AC.
AC was looking beautiful with his little instrument.
I caught him at a moment.
I beg your pardon, Boo.
Oh my goodness.
Sleeping arrangements are to be arranged.
Yeah, Hottie. Just realising. Yeah. So that was some of the thoughts we had, at least. Turning it over to people in chat. Ideas. We want ideas. We want questions. Obviously, we've got the date. Soul2, hello. If you want to know what this is, and you haven't heard of it before, I think exclamation mark highlights is probably the way for you to go. There we go. I mean, that's the highlight video, and if you want to look at the video we were announcing today, that's just exclamation mark video for the time being. But I'm going to... Actually, now I can, because it has gone live. I can post this in here and announce it. Boom, it's gone out to all the servers. How long is this from Liverpool or Manchester Airport again? Or how far? It says Daisy.
It's Daisy. It's about... How long was your taxi trip?
It was like 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. What was it? It's Mill Street. I'll have a look.
Yeah.
There's also people
the
with...
trains were okay. I did a few train station runs to get people from St Helens.
Well. Yeah, there's a few nice people who did some little trips and bits and bobs in the cars as well.
And Uber's fine, I think. I'm pretty sure Uber was okay. And there was a local taxi right around the corner as well.
It says 34 minutes to Manchester Airport, but I'd give it a little bit longer. Well, that's if you drove now.
Yeah.
I'd give it like 45 to be safe.
Yeah.
Will free people
and I live, if flights don't quite work into Manchester, I live 10 minutes-ish from Manchester Airport, and we've got a spare bedroom and a sofa. If you're
Liverpool's also another half hour, probably.
Saltu is asking, will free PCs be provided?
I just saw that. We briefly mentioned this earlier to Hottie asking the question. We do have a provider. We know of a provider that can do it, but in order to make it at all affordable, I would say, as in £100 for the weekend, that sort of level, we would need enough people, because they can bring them along, deliver them, have them set up ready, but yeah, it's not cheap, so at least.
But there's also, I know there was a couple of people who were asking before, Salty's now saying she doesn't have a laptop. There are people who would be bringing their computers. I know I'll be bringing my laptop as well as my computer. So depending on numbers, just talk around as well before resorting, and you never know, you might be able to source one from somebody else who's going.
Yep. How soon is soon? I need to get the ticket page up. Need to make a decision on pricing. But I would say within the month, I'd say, hopefully. I mean, it's still like 5.5 months away, so we've got plenty of time to do it, but we do want to get it soon. It's 30th of June till 2nd of July, sort of. Oh, maybe we should put that in there.
Yeah, we can add date
on it. Is it 30th?
DJ played on a tablet.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He had a laptop stand. But yeah, I think that is just a Surface Pro.
Yeah, and that worked fine. And honestly, you could be so entertained by not even having your own computer or laptop there. There's so much going on.
Just make sure you save your hotkeys. And you can even bung them somewhere in the Discord or something like that, and then you can re-download them if you are borrowing
files across.
Yeah.
You can also do it with all the extra settings, I think.
Yeah.
That's handy.
I just put it in the stream title, Alice. It wasn't there all along. It was just 14 until a moment ago. Oh, this is quite a harrowing picture I found. I went down super early on the Sunday morning and just took a photo whilst everyone was asleep.
No.
Of the hall.
Disappointed there isn't one single person there playing a
I know.
48-hour.
We tried to stay up a long time.
It was about 6 or something in the morning.
What?
Yeah.
We'd only gone to bed.
Didn't some people do parkrun on Saturday morning?
Some of them did, yeah.
2 or 3 did, yeah.
That was fun.
I feel like there's a difference between the two.
Yeah, there are. Me and Matt went through a frisbee around for like 30 minutes. I don't think that's the same as running a 5k.
It'd be cool.
I was just like, oh my god.
It would be cool to do that. Oh, that's again another kind of thing we could do.
It's on my bucket list this year.
Yeah.
To do a parkrun. I'm never up early enough on a Saturday. I hate exercise in the morning. So
I was meaning extracurricular outside of the venue kind of things as well. Like
pub.
Yeah.
Pub. Oh yeah, we didn't get a chance to get to the pub even. Yeah.
What did we do for food?
Well, there's one thing which was very nice, and I know they're in chat, but Hottie did some food, which was delightful. I have to say, I was quite surprised when I first turned up, and Hottie presented me with a large box of salad.
Oh, really?
Which was very good. But there was lots of people cooked. There's a kitchen on site.
Mm-hmm. Wildebeest. Oh my
god. Wildebeest.
Oh,
breakfast.
Wildebeest.
Breakfast. They volunteered, I think, not knowing how many people were gonna, but they followed through.
They did. And on that note about the breakfast, so we haven't mentioned it, and we didn't mention it last year for a very good reason, in that we can't officially offer breakfasts, but the kitchen has a big fridge and everything needed to cook stuff should anyone want to organise that. Just a general cough to anyone who might want to organise it.
Something in your throat there.
Yes, there was. But we can't officially provide it as part of our service. It's too much liability, pretty much. But the last year's one...
There are facilities for people to use
exactly.
if they wish to make something happen.
And we can even facilitate the collection of money towards helping someone pay for that on their own without our intervention. Yeah, if that makes sense.
But I was never in want. I mean, I'm really excited this year because I'm not teaching anymore, which means I can actually get there a lot earlier and so on.
Nice.
You have so much more time.
So much more time. I turned up quite late on the Friday and was immediately presented with salad from Hottie, and Rhea gave me a beer within 4 minutes. So it was not. We were not short on food or anything like that.
Oh my
god! Not short on drinks either.
Best idea ever. Joey, what if we turned Boo into a piñata?
What?
Joey, I appreciate the idea, but you're not going to be there to whack him. And isn't that the whole reason why you'd want that? I don't know. But
oh no!
We do
request Deathmates get not to get COVID or visa issues this year.
Oh, true.
That would help.
Big 2022 vibes in it.
Yeah. Yeah, people who weren't aware, Banstanek and who's the other guy? There was another guy as well. Superman, both got COVID.
Yeah.
COVID and visa issues, yep. Unfortunate. But yes.
Extra space for beer and snacks. Akal knows what's up.
I do want to try and make use of the kitchen in the evening as well, because there was a lot of takeaway going on, and it'd be nice to have like big wholesome one pot meal or something. Be pretty decent.
A giant carbonara or something.
Yeah,
why not?
Proper wholesome. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of delivery, a lot of pizza, a lot of Greggs, a lot of pies.
That happens at these things.
Hey, Lida.
Lot of
Leader cool.
One of the pie shops closed. However, there are still many backups. Do not worry.
Hey, Leader. Good to see you. You're welcome to come along if you fancy, by the way. Just popping that out there. But
Will there be Sunday roast?
Ooh.
Again, we can't officially organise things.
No.
It might not be on a Sunday either.
Yes, at that point we might be backing up.
It might just be a roast.
Yeah.
First timer. Good to see you. It's in St Helens, Liverpool, near. It's between Liverpool and Manchester. It's in Merseyside. And 30th to the 2nd. There will be more details released. Best way to keep update with those things is through Discord. But it's a good point that you're not raising officially, but is a good point for us to consider as staff, is that there may be new people coming in that weren't there last year.
It'd be great to see new people come down and join in the fun.
Yeah. Joey M, are you working on a cruise ship?
Pub. I don't think that's the
answer.
If so,
which cruise ship?
Ooh.
Just intrigued. Oh, you're on holiday on a cruise ship. Okay.
I think it'll be we're running to the same capacity, aren't we? This year?
Yeah, I believe so. We haven't got.
And then we'll obviously have like pretty much not unlimited spectator tickets, but more spectator tickets available should people want to just kind of enjoy the vibes and maybe not play.
For sure. So yeah, we offered 2 tickets last year. I'm trying to remember even what the prices were. I can probably find that out actually. But yeah, we separated it into 2 parts. One was the the BYOC ticket, which is full weekend. That was 50 quid from the looks of it, and that gave you a slot on the main desks. And then we had and that also enables you to sleep as well in the rooms. I don't know if I've got any pictures actually in this bit to show, but just floor space basically for you to put your own bed down, kind of thing. We also then had weekend spectator tickets, which is very similar, but you don't get a slot in the main rows because there are only 48 seats here. See if I can get a nice aerial
and
view.
That's kind of about computer capacity as much as anything, isn't it?
It's power. Yeah, it's power.
Yeah.
Like we I would even say, from the sounds of what I've been chatting with the TLP guys that provide all this stuff, is that this amount of people, 12 computers, if it was 12 computers, like high-end computers, then it might well trip on that row. Like it does almost rely upon there being laptops in the row just to even out the power a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
So remember, we're playing Age of Empires.
Yeah.
And not like Call of Duty VR in 4K.
Yeah.
But
it's like it's all safe. Don't get me wrong, it's all safe. But like, you never quite know how much a computer's going to draw, because it can suddenly draw quite a lot. But yeah, so it is a power thing. We were chatting about what it would take to expand the power, but it will probably be quite expensive for TLP to be able to do that. And so,
will the drunk pirate?
What was
will
that?
The drunk pirate be there?
Will the drunk pirate? Which drunk pirate? There were several.
What other LANs, Daisy? You mentioned you're going to other meetups with LANs. Obviously, we're super keen on ours. I think ours is going to go pretty quick. What other ones are you going to this year?
Are you going to NAC? Yeah. So if you go to NAC.
Quite a few of us going to NAC.
I'll be there. Mel will be there. Paradox will be there. AC, are you coming along? I'm
when is
you
it?
On the spot now. 16th to the 20th. We've got an Airbnb if you want.
You're asking me on stream.
I did.
What?
I didn't realise you weren't aware of it. 16th to the 20th, Thursday to Monday.
Wait, of January?
No, March.
March. Yeah, great. Let's do it.
Sure.
Well, we are doing it.
We are doing it.
No, by which I mean, yeah, I'll do it. Great. That sounds amazing. Cool.
I am literally just going to add you into the group chat right now.
So, what kind of happened in terms of like the games and stuff? It kind of self-managed itself. Everyone was in voice chats. We tended to play a lot of team games, and sometimes people were just walking around watching from behind and stuff like that. We had a rough schedule, didn't we? Because it was quite tournament based last year.
Yeah.
But this year there's not going to be so much of that, and it'll be more the social aspect of it. And once people kind of got over the initial shyness, it was pretty chill, and people were always playing. And
yes, Nilis, that did happen. A lot of 1K players came over for coaching, which I think the fact that Rhea and most of the people around me are about 400 elo higher than me, they were just sat there watching me fail. But yes,
it's so fun watching how other people play, like in person, like how people use the hotkeys and stuff like that. It's really weird.
It is so weird,
and it's really annoying because everyone's so fast.
We can do stuff like wonder races and so on, but it's just quite nice to be able to get a group of people together and like little bits of coaching, and everyone's, I don't know, it's such a wholesome atmosphere.
Don't worry about like what level you are as well. There was people from like
800 elo
all the way up to 2K2, so yeah, really fun.
So that's just answer.
Full game area over there. Look at all the stacks of them not being played.
Yes.
I'm also like playing some other games. I know we're talking about like some board games. There was a good core of people who were talking. I mentioned very briefly about like playing some like a little D&D game and stuff like that, and it was literally anything. Like obviously Age of Empires is the core, and we'll do lots of shenanigans about it. But Yeah, literally. I think there were some people who turned up who didn't know that many people as well.
Yeah.
The best of 21, but after every game, the winner has to take, I think, a shot for every 100 elo in difference. So Mel versus Boo, and he has to start by doing 10 shots.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's wise or healthy, but I mean, I'm sort of behind it.
We do not officially sanction such things, but...
No. But if it were to happen, I think that the beer pong combo, but at the bottom of each beer cup should be a forfeit for the team. So it could be like delete 2 vills, or...
That'd be fun.
You could have it rotating where it's a 3v3 or 3v3, but you have 4 people on your team, so you constantly have one person going up and rotating around. So you go on each other's PCs, playing each other's setups.
Oh god, but the hotkeys.
Yeah, including hotkeys.
Oh, no.
And that one person's doing something that either forfeits or benefits their team, kind of thing, would be kind of cool.
Having people swap setups and try and play on the other person's hotkeys.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to check them either. They just have to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, Daisy, that's the biggest. So Daisy just said, "Damn, so many ideas."
Yeah.
That is the thing. Like we could, we all, let's face it, could spend a week playing Age and hang out with our mates. But
Yeah, you can see people crowding around each other's setups and all kinds.
That was basically what it was like all the time. And...
We had, I think that might have been, was that the Rocket League? Me, Grandy, and Devoy.
That was later. Yeah.
Had a game of Rocket League, and I must have had like 6 people behind me and Devoy just going, "Cool, Grandy's quite good at this, isn't he?" As we got carried. It was good fun.
Yeah, it was good fun. This was Saturday. It must have been early afternoon because we've got the Mole and Rex playing their final on the stage there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I didn't Devoy, but yeah. So this is sort of an action shot, if you like, what it was like. Might be easier if I just do this. There we go. So yeah, 48 PCs, more or less. This, funny enough, right here is where Bands and Super would have been. Rip. But yeah, otherwise 48 machines here, and then we've got a separate area for staff. And yeah, we had some seating around. I think because we're not having the stage or the broadcast this time, we might just make the seating area sort of extend all the way across the front here potentially, and have. I know there's a big TV around. We could probably get a console going, maybe a Wii. I've got a Wii, Mario Kart going on or something. I don't know.
I mean, there's probably got some Switch people. I'm sure some people might bring their Switches.
Yeah, Switches would be good.
Get a little Smash Brothers tourney.
We also had Jackbox going on at one stage, I believe.
Oh, that was good. Yeah,
I've got a few of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have much more space for that this time, obviously, because we'll have the front open.
But any suggestions in terms of like, I think everybody was talking about Crab Game as one of the highlights.
Yes.
And finding any of those games where you can get 50 odd people, and just the cheer when Fanji died. That just brings me so much joy.
Yes. I can find it probably.
It's really interesting because you can see it's like really good gamers. You know, it's people who are just like naturally gifted at playing games, and the people who just aren't, i.e. me.
Where is
it?
Just
on Jackbox. Oh, here it is.
Is it during this? I think it was this.
Is the next one? He falls off.
I don't know. I think he might cheat.
No, it's this one.
Was that one? I know that we played that one several times. It just so happens. Let's have a look. Actually, it might have been earlier in the vid because I did have to go through this to try and make that little highlight reel because I knew of this moment and I wanted it so badly. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, this is it. Hooray! I'm not even sure that's the one.
No, not again.
So many. It's great.
Oh, Pip, no. That was another one here. Oh, they both fell off. That's the one. They both fell off at the same
We're
time.
being really insensitive, aren't we?
I hope you're doing well, Yipip, despite everything. Yeah, the timings couldn't be worse for you. But yeah, so this is Crab Game for people who are unaware. It's basically a Squid Game, but crab. See, there's literally a giant crab involved. Look, giant crab somewhere here. Yeah.
Can you do private servers for what's the game where you have to try and get to the top at the start?
Fall Guys?
Fall Guys.
Yeah, I think you can nowadays. Yeah, that's another option because it's also free, which will be quite useful. What else we got? We could probably show you some other videos from it. We uploaded everything from the event onto YouTube. The teaser we just put out is on there. We've got even pre-interviews we did with Cappy and Boo that I had time for. Some behind the scenes if you want to see behind the scenes and all the group games we recorded last time. Oh, there's your co-op roll-locked show match. That's on there too. But yeah, things from the weekend. Other than that, I don't know. That was one of the main things we did. Otherwise, pub quiz. Hey.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Landlubbers.
Are you having a good day?
Really glad to hear that, by the way. Really, really glad. It sounds horrendous.
I'm such an idiot.
Hey-oh, indeed.
The production was amazing, yeah, I think it took about 5 years off your life though, Brandy, with tiredness. Doing this weekend.
That and the fact that I think this wasn't the first time I got it right, but the
oh my god, the
Saturday
draft,
ones.
The cannons on the draft.
Yeah, they're about to do them.
Oh.
Actually, do we have the... I'm just trying to remember. Yes! The Indian DLC was before the event. It was before I printed everything off. That's good. I was wondering if I was going to have to print those off and do it again.
Oh, yeah.
The
drafting. Can we bring the drafting table back? Though,
oh, yeah.
Even if we don't.
I've got it
just
still.
There must be something we can do with that.
For sure, yeah.
Honestly, the production, Daisy, like, I loved being in like the staff chat and Grandy would be like, "Hey guys, I've done this thing,"
made this.
And we'd watch it and we'd be like, "What? What?"
Cannons.
So good.
I'm trying to. Whether the cannons at the end.
I mean, even things like little things like having the moving ship in the background, and
really
you know.
Oh yeah.
Maps.
Here.
They've both got lovely scout bonuses.
Oh yeah, the snipes had to write it down. Just a little piece of Wololo into it.
I've
got the hideout one, which is going on my door when I move into my new flat. It's my hideout.
Oh, I've got Beach Fight underneath my monitor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love it. Alongside my castle.
What is the Roy prioritizing?
Oh, we've got to have one of them. We've got to have a Grandy, even if it's got nothing to do with the event. A Grandy Arts and Crafts stream.
Yeah, I don't know what would we do for this year. We've got the drafting table already.
Well, one of the things we talked about doing for the pub quiz, which I would actually, I think we should try and do it this year, if we do another one, was the giving teams arts and crafts, and like as they're during the pub quiz, build a castle or build your best town centre.
We should so do that with like what was the things you had in like reception, like primary school? Them straws.
Do you mean pipe cleaners? The little.
Sort of, but they're like straws.
Like even like paper straws and paper and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like give people like a shoebox of random shit and say, right, you need to make your best thing out of that. Maybe over the weekend or something. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing's always fun. Like stupid party games are always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was fab, and I think this year as well. obviously it'd be great to have some new people down, but it'll also be good, the people who went last year. And I think there'll be less of that first kind of couple of hours of awkwardness where people don't talk to each other properly.
Yeah, I think that's why TLP do like they do like a Friday fight night, where they do like a console fighting game tournament on the Friday evening. I'm not sure we'd be an ideal audience for that really, but similar idea, but for something else perhaps. There's something to get people out and about and talking with each other on the Friday would be great.
Daisy, it'll only be awkward for me if T-West comes.
You're going to have to tell me that story.
We were just talking. It wasn't even. We played against them in a tournament, and I was like, "Oh, we're playing T-West. That's cool." And Daisy immediately messaged him and was like, "By the way, T-West, AC's a massive fan." And I was like, "For God's sake!"
Yeah, I'm coming that. Oh, Ginger.
Oh.
See, some people are really, Daisy, some people are really vocal on Discord and in Discord voice, and then when you meet them in real life, they're like the quietest person ever, and it's like, but you're so loud.
Or the opposite, like that also.
Or the opposite, they don't speak at all, and then you meet them and they're like, what?
Yeah, both can happen.
Good fun.
Yeah. Maybe you could host some get to know people team games on Discord in the weeks. Yeah, potentially. That sounds like
a great shout.
I think that'd be really, really good, actually. Yeah, for getting to know your team games.
We could
try. We're not allowed to comment on that, Daisy. But if you want to facilitate, you.
and we may have a bin specifically designed for glass bottles.
Yes, which got very full.
Like elderflower, tonic water.
Oh, I'm gonna have to not bring that again because that was great. I'm not sure if they do them anymore. In fact. I'm going to have to double check that. It'd be sad if they didn't. But yeah, brought along a lot of... There was a bunch of communal efforts made by some individuals to bring food or drink along.
Not related, but a friend of mine does run a brewery in Wolverhampton.
Oh, really?
Which I'm fairly sure is on my drive up.
Huh, nice.
So I can...
Convenient.
Hey, do you fancy sponsoring a LAN event?
Oh goodness, yeah, maybe.
But
they seem to have a limited selection, the one I got from last time, so we might have to source some other ones. But yeah. Any other questions that we can answer right here, or any other ideas? Otherwise, I think we're at a good place. Comic games in the lead up would be awesome. I'm just going to scroll back to see whether I've missed anything out. Akal missed Jackbox. Somehow missed that being played. At least I'm fairly sure that was played at one point. Maybe I'm thinking of the LAN project, but either way, we can certainly do that with this one. Yeah, I think that's most of them. My drunk meetup Daisy behind me. I'm much the same, Daisy. When I drink, I get tired, and so if I want to actually be alive during the event, I just can't drink. Tipsy meetups, yeah, tipsy meetups are always good. I mean, Fangita, it depends. Depends how much is enough. But there is a bargain booze around the corner, so.
Yes, I think is the answer.
And an Asda.
Yeah. And a little as well, just around the corner. Yeah.
So there's plenty to be going on with.
As I say, it took all of 4 minutes for a beer to be handed to me. So, not whilst I was working, I should say.
Yeah, arrive empty-handed and it shall be filled. Yeah. Cool. Well, nothing else coming in. Do keep an eye out. As I said, join the Discord if you haven't already. Most of the information will be on there or Twitter as we come out with more details. But yeah, 30th of June to the 2nd of July. Amazing. We're really happy to be doing it again. It'll be a bit of a different experience this time around, but hoping people will still enjoy it just the same. So, yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be great.
And thanks AC Mel and earlier for Boo, who had to quietly drop out, for being here now. And I'm going to end the stream with the highlights video. Is there anything else we should say for now?
Are we raiding someone, or are we gonna chill?
After the highlights, I think Paradox is currently streaming.
Paradox is.
Yeah, so we'll.
He's doing some Nations Cup.
Yeah. So we'll do. I mean, the highlights video is 6 minutes long, but after that we'll raid Paradox. So, thank you everyone. See you in a bit.
Daisy.
Obviously, this was a bit of a trial run. We didn't know whether we could convince.
That's the wrong one.
Coming on 50.
That's the one. See ya.
We're looking pretty much ready to start our draft, it seems. Probably first semi-final of the evening.
I think I've got what he's going to do down, and so I'm interested to see if I've worked it out properly.
I know he's got his ideas about what I want to do. Hopefully I can at least make him have to adapt during the game rather than actually just executing a set plan he's already got.
Oh no, patrol for Boo. What is he doing? Gonna lose a lot of numbers only against plenty Cav Archers. And the GG has called 1-0. There we go, Cappy gets game 1! The lower rated player coming in so hard, he doesn't give 2 toots. This is massive, this is 4 bills down right there. Boo going through to the final of the One Lobbers Cup. What an amazing semi-final, right?
Scouts running around your base with that early bloodlines. What do you do in that situation?
Cry?
Yeah.
This is the fight that Stake needs?
Yeah.
He's going to clean up the pikes?
Yeah.
And the production queue as well for the fly is just fantastic. There's so much stuff going on.
And there we go. He's called it.
GG, well played both of you. Holy, what a series.
What a set.
The TC that's about to be destroyed by after the Krepos goes down. There's a TC in the middle between the two wood lines.
And there's the GG. On the course.
Where are you going? Rex, where are you going? Rex?
Oh, he's patrolling.
He's patrolling. Oh! Quick wall counted by the mole.
Oh my goodness.
Saved wood, saved
Out Scorpions there, one to go after the Scorpions first. The Gulams could potentially take so much here, massive nukes coming from the Mangonels on the wood line.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Landlubbers. Are you having a good day? Hey-oh, hey-oh indeed. It's fine, we'll settle it with an arm wrestle or something, who knows. Question number, Squeaker saying no to that. Question number 7.
Conquistadors, who named your team? Brilliant, you have won yourself a wonderful carrot for that phenomenal name. Well done. Conquistadors have won it, down the front, very good. So in second place were Frogs in second place. Well done, round of applause for all of our competitors.
happened without those guys. So first and foremost, thanks to TLP. Maybe a little round of applause for TLP. Esports Scotland. So the PCs you've been using on stage, the practice PCs, and some of the PCs that some of you guys have been using throughout the week as well, have been provided by Esports Scotland. Huge thanks to those guys for lending us those. But yeah, to these guys, everyone behind me, thank you so much. We've made this dream a reality together. And yeah, I think from each of you, like from the stream or organizational aspects, venue aspects, various bits that made this event possible. Just a thank you from the bottom of my heart. Till next time. Good night.
Cheers. Woo.